Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we will be talking about the Mazda CX-5. I'm sure you guys know that Mazda CX-5 is one of the best-selling SUVs in Malaysia because everywhere you go, you'll most definitely see this car on the road, right? So this is quite a popular SUV in Malaysia. Okay, so today we'll be talking about this car. So this CX-5 that we have in front here is basically looking a bit different from the CX-5 that you get originally. Obviously this CX-5 has already been modified, so it's pretty good looking, it's stylish, right? And it looks good. Okay, so today I'm just gonna talk about what car accessories that you can install on your CX-5, right? Because obviously there are a lot of car accessories for this car currently, especially on Shopee, yeah. So there are accessories for the exterior and also for the interior, right? So today we are just gonna discuss whatever accessories that are on this car, right? So I guess some of them are pretty good. It actually makes the car look a lot better, and also it definitely improves the look of the interior as well, right? So let's get into it. So what car accessories you can install on your Mazda CX-5 in terms of the interior? Okay, so the first thing you can install is basically this thing, this doorknob frame, like a trim, silver chrome trim, right? Because originally this part is just black in color, there is nothing here. So this thing is actually a good piece of car accessory you can install on your Mazda CX-5 because it makes your Mazda CX-5 appear classier, right? Because if you see the interior, right, if you check out the interior of the CX-5, there are bits of chrome everywhere, right? On the aircon vents, here on the steering wheel, right, on the speedometer and whatnot. So there are bits of chrome in this car. So if you want to have a consistent look, you would want to install this part, right, the chrome trim at the doorknob handle here, right? So I think this thing is pretty cheap. You can get it on Shopee or something, right? I will put down the link if you are interested to get it, yeah. And the next thing you can get is this one, the window panel frame or a window panel trim, right? So this part originally is black in color. I think the original CX-5 power window frame is glossy, right? It has that glossy look to it, piano black, I think. But if you want your CX-5 to look more consistent across the interior, you can get yourself this thing, right? So this thing is actually plastic, but it has that wood finish, right, like this part, because originally the CX-5 comes with this wood trim right here, right? So this plastic trim is actually based on the design of this thing. So if you install this thing, it will make the look more consistent, right? So I think this bit of plastic is actually quite good in quality. It feels like a it feels like an aluminium frame, right? Although it's plastic, but it doesn't really feel like plastic. It's quite good quality. I really like the build of this thing. So yeah guys, if you're interested, you can also get this this thing. I will put this down at the video description, so you can click the link and just purchase the thing if you're interested, right? Then we move on to this part. Okay, so basically this is like a, I don't know if it's a tweeter or a speaker, right? So originally, if you look at the original CX-5, especially in Malaysia, because Malaysia, I think the CX-5 don't come with the Bose speakers, right? So because we do not have the Bose speakers, this part is just empty. So if you want to make the speaker look so much better, right, you can install this speaker ring. So it's I think it's like a plastic or metal ring, but it definitely makes this part appear more classier looking, right? Just like the ones on the Bose speakers. It just gives the illusion that this thing is pretty premium, right? So that is another thing you can get for your Mazda CX-5. Okay, this thing is quite cheap, I think. Okay, and the next thing you can get for your Mazda CX-5 is basically this steering frame panel, I think. Yeah, so if you notice, the normal or the original CX-5 has a black steering, right? The whole part here is actually leather, right? Black in color. But as you can see here, there is like a chrome panel, silver panel right here, right? So that is because this thing is a aftermarket car accessory, right? So you can also get this thing online. I believe on Shopee they sell some of this. So this thing actually makes the car look so much better, because as I said earlier, the car has some bits of chrome. So if you want to make the interior look more consistent, you would want to install this thing, right? It makes the steering wheel look more premium, right? So because this part is originally chrome, right? So you want to have this part chrome too, so that it looks better, right? So yeah, I will list down this thing in the video description, so you just can click on the link. Okay, so as you can see, it looks pretty good, guys. It looks way better than the original, because I remember this car when we got it originally, this thing is just black in color, so it's quite boring, to be honest, right? So once we install this chrome piece, it looks quite good. Okay, and another thing you can install on your CX-5 is basically this screen protector to protect the infotainment screen, right? So I guess most of you, I think, definitely have this, because this is easy to get, especially online. You can get it easily for a very cheap price, right? So this thing is a good thing to install on your Mazda CX-5. And the next thing that you can install on your Mazda CX-5 is basically this center console piece, or like a gear trim, right? Center console trim, and it makes the car look so much better. It's the same as this part, right? It's the same as this part. So originally this whole center console is piano black, so it's very like it's very glossy, and it's also a fingerprint magnet, right? But if you install this thing, it makes the car look so much better, because it has that wood grain design, right? Just like the ones that you get at the side of the door here, right? So if you want your interior to look more consistent with that wood finish effect, you can install this thing. So this thing is basically like a plastic, but it's really high quality. I think the build quality is good. It feels like some sort of like an aluminium, right? Although it's plastic. Yeah, so you can install this thing to make your CX-5 center console look so much better and premium looking. Okay, I will also list this thing up in my video description, so you can just simply find it, click on it, and if you are interested, you can just purchase it. Okay, so what else do we have in this CX-5? Alright, another car accessory that you can get for your Mazda CX-5 is basically the car lamps, right? Because originally the CX-5 comes with yellow lights, but don't worry, we have already changed these bulbs to LEDs, right? So now they are no longer yellow in color, there are basically white lights, right? So it's pretty cool. As you can see, these are white LEDs, so it makes the cabin look more modern looking, right? Because usually modern cars have white lights, so this is a good thing to get for your CX-5. So you no longer have to use the normal yellow lights, which I think are horrible for a car that is priced at this range, right? Okay, so this one you can definitely get them in a car accessory shop. You don't really need to buy online, just go to the car accessory shop, and I think they will help you to fix the they will help you to install the bulbs inside, right? Another thing you can get for your Mazda CX-5 is basically a car perfume, right? Because every car needs a good car perfume to make your car smell better, right? So if you want a good smelling perfume and it also matches your car interior, you can definitely get this Vanzo Car Perfume. I think the design is amazing. It has some gold touches, right? And the design is also quite nice, so when you put it here, it matches the car interior. And also you can also get like a coin box, like the coin compartment. If you don't want to put your drinks or anything, you can put this coin holder right here, so you can keep your coins there. And not only that, you can use this as like a rubbish bin, I think, like a small rubbish bin, so you can throw your stuff in here and clean it when you get home. And you can take this out and throw it away, right? So this is another good thing to get for your CX-5. And also, if you notice at the side here, there is like a small piece of compartment, right? It's like a small bag. So this is also something you can get for a CX-5 in case you want to put something inside, like this cable, right? You can just slid it in, or if you want to keep your phone here, you can also do so. So this is another car accessory that you can get for your Mazda CX-5. Okay. So another thing you can get for your CX-5 is this seatbelt buckle, right? This thing, just to stop your CX-5 from making that annoying seatbelt sound, right? Because as you know, if you don't use seatbelt, the system will prompt you, right? And they will make the annoying sound. But some people don't really like to wear a seatbelt, right, for some reason. And this is something you can get to stop the sound. But I don't think it's a good idea not to wear seatbelts, right? So always wear a seatbelt, guys. Always wear a seatbelt, especially when you're driving, right? So, but if you are someone who for some reason don't like using seatbelt or wearing seatbelts, this is something for you, right? To stop the sound, the annoying sound. Another thing you can get for your car is basically a dash cam, right? So this is a pretty good dash cam. The dash cam we have here is the so I have the box here. It's basically the IRoad X11, right? So this is a pretty good dash cam. So if you're looking to buy a dash cam for your CX-5, this is one of the dash cams that is pretty good, right? They are quite pricey, but they offer a lot of good features, right? So as you can see here, what features do they have? They have like a QHD recording, Sony Starvis, a wide angle lens, X vision, so this thing would record pretty clear at night, right? And what else? It has like a built-in GPS, parking mode, security mode, and yeah, there are a lot of amazing things on this dash cam, right? So if you are interested, you can also get this dash cam, but it depends, because some people don't really want to spend a lot of money on dash cam. So in that case, you can get some more affordable brands like the 70mi or the DDPi dash cams, and they are also pretty good, right? So dash cams are one of the most important things you can get for your car, right? Because obviously for security reasons, you would always want to install a dash cam, and it's really important, especially today where we have a lot of weird stuff or dangerous stuff happening on the roads nowadays, right? Okay, now let's move to, oh yeah, another car accessories that I think is really useful for your car is a good car mat, right? So here we have a Dodo mat. I think Dodo mats are really good. They are, I think, quite similar to the Tapau mats, right? The only thing different is that Dodo mats usually come in 2 layers, right? Like this one, 2 layers, you can open it. Whereas the Tapau mats, they usually only come in 1 layer, right? So the good thing about this thing, the good thing about this Dodo mat is that it traps the dust inside. So the dust enters these small little holes here, right? So you can't really see the dust or the sand or whatever mud that is trapped on the mat, right? So it's good at hiding dust or dirt. So this is actually a really genius design, right? Because obviously you cannot really see the dust or the sand that is being trapped inside. So it makes the car mat appear cleaner in a way, because you can't see all the debris, all the dust that is being trapped underneath because of this first layer. But underneath this layer is where all the stuff is, so you can just take this thing out and clean it, right? So it's so easy to clean, just like the Tapau mat. And it's also I believe it's like it's waterproof as well, and it's easy to dry, right? So if you spill like water on it, it's not going to sip down here, it's just going to trap inside, so the water won't leak, right? So it's a good thing. I believe every car needs a good quality car mat like Tapau or Dodo. But Dodo mat, I believe, is a bit pricier compared to Tapau, right? But both of them are really good mats. So the good thing about these mats is it's so easy to clean, right? It's so easy to clean. All you have to do is you just take them out, clear the dust, wash it with water if you have to, right? And they will dry up in a matter of minutes. Compared to those traditional car mats that are coil, those take a long time to dry, and they also smell really bad after a while, right? Because obviously you can't really take out all the stuff that is inside the coil. So after a while it will smell and bacteria will grow inside. But with this Dodo mat or Tapau mats, there are antibacterial properties, and they do not smell. So that is what I like about these mats, right? Because obviously they are easy to clean, they don't smell bad, they have antibacterial properties, so it's all good, and they make the car interior look so much better as well, right? Because this color scheme matches the whole interior, so it looks really good, right? And also another important thing to install in your CX-5 is basically this Tapau hook, right? Because usually in Malaysia we like to take away our food, so it's always good to have Tapau hooks, okay? This one you can get really cheap in the supermarket or wherever, right? So it's easy to get, you can get it anywhere. Yeah. And when we go to the back of the boot here, what you can install is another mat, right, for the boot, for the car boot. So this thing is also useful, especially if you are someone who likes to go to the market and buy like vegetables, like meat or fish or whatsoever, right? Because sometimes when you buy meat or fish, you get those liquid dripping down here and they smell, right? So this thing is useful. You can just take it out and wash it straight away after that, and it will be clean as normal, right? So this is a good thing to have, guys. Okay, so the last thing that you can get for your Mazda CX-5 is basically a casing for your car remote or your car key, right? So basically, as you can see, this is a leather casing, and I really like this leather casing because it's really well made, it's durable, and it looks pretty good as well, right? So I always prefer leather casing over silicone ones or the plastic ones, because this one look real good. It gives you that premium feel, right? So your car remote looks more classy in a way. That's why I like it. And I like this stitches over the sides here, and over the back, and some brown leather here. So I really like the color tone and the overall design of this thing, and most importantly, it is really durable and it can protect your car remote, right? So with this, you wouldn't get scratches on your car remote, or if you drop your car remote, it's not gonna be as devastating, right? Because this thing obviously absorbs the impact. So it's a good thing to get, and it's also pretty cheap depending on where you buy it. But I'm gonna put a link on the video description, so if you're interested to get this thing, you can do so. Okay, so I like the carvings on the casing as well, because obviously you can see the buttons clearly, so whenever you want to press something you can see it clearly. So the carvings are pretty good and pretty clear. And also right here you can attach your house key or whatever keys that you want, right? So basically this thing is a good buy. So yeah guys, so if you're interested, I'll leave the link at the video description. So if you're interested, you can always click on the link and purchase this thing. Okay, so yeah guys, that's about it. Those are just some car accessories that you can install on your Mazda CX-5, right? So I will list down some of the car accessories down in the video description, so you can find it easily if you are interested to purchase them, right? So thank you for watching guys, and thank you for the support. I appreciate it, and see you again soon guys. See you in the next video. Take care.